Dude, what are you doing?
I'm doing the intro, man.
What's it doing?
Oh, don't worry about it. I got this.
I don't know if I like that, dude.
Dude, it's done. Shut up.
Oh shit, yeah, I like that. Hey everybody, welcome back to the NMP project. This is episode 5. My name is Michael Field.
I'm Noel Danila.
Alright. Let's jump in. Who's gonna go first?
Go for it. You look excited to talk about that one. I'm excited to hear about it, actually.
What, the tunnel of... Alright, let's...
Is that what we're talking about?
We can do that one, or...
Well, I've already brought it up. Just
Okay.
roll into it. Roll into it.
So this one is a group of online gamers try to stop the train car in GTA 5. They all banded together and failed.
Like normal.
Yep.
People have been trying forever to stop that train.
Yep, they got a tunnel, filled it full of cars, and the train wasn't having that. The video did not load on my page for some reason.
We'll link it below.
Yep, it'll be linked in the description. But basically...
How many people were involved with that?
I don't think it says.
Does it have a number?
Players... It says a group of players joined together to try to stop the train.
It doesn't give a number. I'm not even sure how many people are able to join a single server in GTA these days.
I'm not sure if it's on next gen. I'm not sure if it increased, but I think in PS3, it was like 16 or 18 or something like that.
On a single server?
I think so.
Dang.
It's annoying as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
You get all the ghetto people on there, like, fuck you, bitch! Yeah! And you got some little kid on there talking shit, and then you got this guy all pissed off, talking shit back to him. It's
honestly
annoying.
I don't play GTA Online that often. Usually I'm just loading it up, roaming around aimlessly.
Like, the moment I get
But I'm
online,
old
dude,
school.
I just wait for, like, missions to pop up, and I'm like,
Go.
yeah, get me the fuck out of this hell.
You basically gotta fight your way through hell before you can actually start a mission.
Mm-hmm.
That's essentially the gist of GTA 5 Online.
Yeah, so anyway, the train can be stopped, though, but you have to blow up the head car that's pulling it all.
Yeah, which I've never heard of before. Like, I wonder if that's something new, or if it's something that was just discovered. I don't know. Because it could easily be something that Rockstar is like, hey, let's patch that in.
Mm.
You know? I wonder if, like, on day one, if that was possible or not. But I guess we'll never know unless Rockstar comes out and says anything.
Yeah, which, I don't know, because I completely forgot about this part, how you could drive it in San Andreas.
Oh, you could drive it, yeah.
It's
completely worthless. You just go on there and you're like, oh, I'm in the train.
Well, this says that you could do deliveries and shit. Which I
on the train?
That's what it says.
Yeah,
It says you stop it, hijack it, like in San Andreas. In that game, you could drive the train around and make deliveries, or if you went fast enough, derail it.
You could derail the train?
Yeah, if you went fast enough. I remember doing that.
I've never done that. I'm loading up San Andreas.
I have it downstairs.
Oh my god. I actually bought all the Grand Theft Autos on PC recently, just cause.
I bought them all on PSN.
Yeah.
Still gotta beat Vice City, and then jump into San Andreas.
Vice City, as much as I love the soundtrack...
It changed for PSN.
Really? In what way?
Because if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Michael Jackson was in it. They had like Billie Jean or something was in it.
Oh, the song?
Mm-hmm. It's not in there.
They might have pulled that. I honestly don't know. If anyone knows, let us know below in the comments. But what is it? My version of Vice City for PS2 was actually broken. When the game originally shipped, there was a game-breaking bug. Like the remote grenades that you can throw and remote detonate. There was some kind of glitch where you would throw them and the detonator, you'd be able to detonate the bomb, but you wouldn't be able to switch off the detonator. Like that weapon is forever stuck as your main weapon. You couldn't switch away from it. So I could never use the remote bombs because anytime I did, it would break. And the only way to fix it would be go out and die, lose the weapon, and then, spawn without the weapons. But still a great game, nonetheless.
It's funny. Alright, and then, what do you got?
Oh, going from that whole gaming thing, Windows 10 just came out, getting adapted rather fast.
Mm-hmm.
Not surprising because, a lot of people downloaded it for free. Surprising, though, is it says enterprise users, 2% or 1.5 million are currently using Windows 10. That's huge because switching over a giant company to a different OS is not fast, nor is it easy, and it's usually something that IT doesn't want to do.
Yeah, until like bugs and everything are.
Yeah, they want to wait for the bugs to get out. They have to make sure all their old stuff's compatible and all that other stuff. So that's a surprisingly huge number. And on top of that, going along with the gaming, a lot of Steam users, a surprising amount of Steam users, use Windows 10.
I still have yet to try it.
I have yet to try it myself, but 2.3 Steam users on Steam use Windows 10 right now, as according to this article. Windows 7 takes up 44% of the market, which is pretty big. But Windows 10 owns 2% of that right now, which is interesting. Because there's all kinds of controversy with Windows 10 and all that other stuff. They're like, hey, they're watching you 24/7, and they have the ability to shut off pirated stuff, but that's only on Microsoft stuff. So like Windows Office, they'll be able to shut you up down with, but that's really no surprise. But people were freaking out about it for the longest time. And from what I'm hearing and seeing, there are ways to shut down their ability to watch everything you do.
Oh, there's always a loophole, dude.
Yeah, there's always going to be. Questioning whether or not some of those loopholes are legit or safe is a completely different story. But from what I'm seeing, there's more and more legit ways of doing that kind of stuff these days.
Yeah.
But it wasn't recorded?
Yep.
That would have been terrible.
I got worried for a second. Let me just double check that one more time. 23. Yep.
Alright. We're good.
Couldn't remember if I did it or not.
You got second guessing himself.
Yeah, you got to double tap it.
But yeah, Windows 10, a lot of people use it. Fast adoption rate, looks like, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try it myself, but I don't know if I'm willing to take the plunge with my main PC right now.
My main PC does not have the option. My laptop does, but when I click it, it says my graphics card is not compatible.
Wah, wah.
So,
the beauty of technology and updating, graduating to newer, bigger things doesn't always work out.
No, not like the good old days.
Hooray! What you got?
Apple.
Speaking of technology, segue. Apple doing something cool.
Good segue. Microsoft, Apple. Apple filed for a patent on hydrogen fuel cell batteries for their products. So basically, if you're not familiar with fuel cells, educate yourself on it, because I'm not going to explain it to you.
Fuel cells.
But typical batteries for phones, if you charge your phone at 100% and don't use it at all, you'll have good standby time.
Yeah.
You know, your phone will probably last about a week, maybe, depending.
That would be epic. I would love that.
But with the hydrogen, that is using your phone on a day-to-day basis, but still having your phone last for a week, which would be huge, because you could charge it Sunday and wouldn't have to charge it until the next Sunday after being on Facebook, playing games, making phone calls, you know. So it's a new technology. The article says basically that they're not sure what regular chemical is like the go-to, but hydrogen is more like the more common of it. But they said like with what they designed for their patent, there's no guarantee that it will even come, like to actually make it a reality.
In terms of, so this is all conceptual right now. I mean, fuel cells have been around for a while, and there's a lot of people not using them for various reasons. So it wouldn't surprise me if this never takes off. Will it? I would love to see my phone last a week. Right now, a lot of phones got like battery saver mode. If I turn my phone into ultra saver battery mode, it could be on standby for a month. But I'm limited to what I can do. I can't do everything a normal smartphone can do. It basically becomes a text messaging machine.
An old phone?
And a phone. It turns my smartphone into just a phone, essentially, that can also text. It turns my screen black and white, all kinds of other stuff. And that's just standby time. if I'm talking on the phone, actual talk time and all that varies. I don't even know what the amount of time it would give me if I'm constantly talking on the phone nonstop, what it would last. But the fact that I have that option right now is nice, because when I get down to my last 5%, I could throw it on that ultra standby mode, and I got like a day with a battery left, and that's enough to receive 1 or maybe 2 phone calls while I'm out doing my thing. If it's an emergency, if I need to make a call really quick, I can do it. I don't have to worry about my phone dying, which is nice.
Yeah, I mean, my phone's better. It's not that bad. I'll have Wi-Fi on with Bluetooth and then listen to Spotify all day at work, and when I get home it's at like 70%. I mean, I guess that's kind of bad, but it's not.
It's not.
I don't have to charge it.
It's not as bad as batteries used to be. It's not the Apple Watch. From what I hear, that thing is terrible on battery life. You're lucky if you last the entire day without charging it. Which is cool and all, but the amount of technology they got in such a small package, they don't have so much room for a battery.
Oh, yeah.
So that's probably one of the reasons why they filed patent for something like this. They're looking for something that's going to last long, and not only their smartphones, but other applications as well, laptops even.
Yeah, that's what, anything that they make would have these new things if it ever comes to be a reality.
Who's hoping? I would love to see something like that in my laptop. I would love, right now I'm tethered to a wire in the wall to my laptop. It's still portable, yes, but I gotta find it plugged because my battery in this thing's fried. Completely dead. But moving on to patents and new stuff. Toyota investing. Let me get the right number. I believe it was $50 million. $50 million. That's a lot of money. $50 million into artificial intelligence for smart cars, essentially. They're partnering with Stanford and MIT to accelerate artificial intelligent research to bring self-driving cars to vehicles, other self-driving car things. I guess they run a lot of their tests with golf carts and stuff like that, probably on these campuses and stuff like that, but $50 million is a lot to develop in artificial intelligence, and especially coming from a car company out of all places.
Well, you have to wonder, how much did Ford sink into this assist park technology? How much has Honda sunk into just their general AI thing? Because they got Osmo, and that thing walks and talks and runs and climbs stairs.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's like, how much did they sink into that?
Yeah, I mean, you don't really hear a lot about the I guess, projects that a lot of big companies fund and back, because most of it just happens and they do it and nobody really pays attention. But when something like this happens, it does pick up some steam and it does get some ears listening in on it. I think it's interesting. What will come out of it, I honestly don't know. People have been working on artificial intelligence forever. I doubt that $50 million is going to make a huge difference. But we have come a long way with self-driving cars, at least. Whether or not this accelerates that any further, I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
$50 million is a lot of money. I mean, that's enough to fund an entire anything for pretty much life.
Yeah, definitely.
Like any small endeavor, let's say that. Not maybe something as big as artificial intelligence, but
people win more than that in the lotto,
Yeah, that's true.
Set for life. But then, it's a $1 billion company. $50 million is
probably a drop in the hat for them. Putting it that way, it's like, they blow their noses with $50 million. Exactly. That's nothing. But that's still a lot of money to a lot of people's standards. I'll take half that if you want to fund this project, Toyota. The $1 million our way, we'll be happy to accept it.
Let's go places.
We'll talk about more of your projects on this show if you fund us that.
But, alright. I got my lasty. So.
Yes.
Tuesday. Metal Gear Solid 5 came out.
So good. So good. Play it.
We're already talking about this. I have to wait.
I'm just really excited about the game. I'm sorry.
I am too.
I've been playing it. I'm loving every second of it.
Shut up. Of course, it's a masterpiece. Every single one of his games are masterpieces.
Hideo Kojima. Speaking of which, did you see the goodbye that he did? He did like a goodbye video.
With the interviews and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, try to link that below.
Yeah, link that. But the most recent Easter egg, which was obviously going to be found at the drop of a hat because worldwide everyone's
playing this game.
Yeah, every day is claimed by someone, for their birthday. So they have this awesome Easter egg, which I don't want to see it, but in all reality, will I be playing this game come August 10th of 2016?
I've seen this video. It's not going to spoil anything for you.
Well, I know that. I plan on watching it eventually. Yeah. I'm not going to watch it now, but I was just thinking about it. I was like, August 10th of 2016, will I still be playing this? Probably not. Will I see it? Probably not. So I might as well just watch it.
Or, because the game, the game does is when you play the game, it asks you what your birthday is. Mm-hmm. So essentially, you could just make it for tomorrow. Yeah. You can just start in the game today. It's like, I want to see this now. Mm-hmm. And then essentially when you log in next, it'll pop up and you'll be able to see it that way if you just can't wait. Like, my birthday is October.
Yeah, so
it's coming up. I put in my real birthday. Granted, I already seen the Easter egg just because I couldn't help myself. But it's a nice little nod, The fact that
it's the little things.
Yeah, Kojima goes out of his way to put in so many details, like an insane amount of details. Like, I was playing the game, and there was this one point where this wire was wired to this generator, and like these telephone poles are going to this next outpost and kind of thing. And you could actually take out those telephone poles, and that outpost that it's connected to, power shuts down.
So you work that with like every outpost, or just
every place, all over the place. Like I was shooting at one guy, and he was running around this satellite or something like that with a bunch of wires and stuff on it, and you could actually shoot the wires off the satellite, and it stops working because it's no longer connected through the wire and stuff like that. The amount of detail is insane that he goes and they put into these games, and this is essentially Hideo Kojima's swan song, his last game with Konami. Which makes me wonder what he's going to do after this. Like, will he just take a step back for a while? Will he come out with another game?
He'll probably focus on doing something different. Whoa. What are you doing? No, he'll probably sit back a little bit.
Well, I guarantee you, he's going to... Honestly, I hope he does. Take a rest, man. You've earned it. It's been 28 years you've been working on the Metal Gear series. And every time he's come out with a game, he's said, this is the last one. This is the last one. And people keep asking and asking for more of it. And because he loves his fans so much, he keeps delivering. And honestly,
but now he can't.
Well,
in this franchise,
yeah,
he can't. Which is unfortunate. But
it's unfortunate, but it was a long time coming. It really was.
It's like, I don't know. He should either create a new franchise or revisit an old one if he has rights. Yeah, if he can get the rights to something.
Which makes me wonder. The engine that the game engine that they used for these games was the Fox engine, and Kojima worked long and hard with Konami to develop this engine. I wonder who has rights to it.
Probably Konami.
I would assume Konami, but can Kojima use the engine? Like, will they license it out to him at all? I don't know.
I'm sure that they would, as long as percentages were shared.
Yeah,
But then again,
after the somewhat bad blood there, whether or not they'll be willing to work together, who knows?
They probably would. But then, if it was today, and it's like, yeah, I want to use it, and they're like, okay, like, when can we see profits?
Yeah.
6 years from now.
After the game's done developing.
But... Yeah, 6 years, because, his attention to detail for everything. Like I said, dude, that's probably one of the reasons why, because they've been working on 5 for a long time.
Well, there's all kinds of stuff and going on to that. We probably shouldn't get into that here because that'll go into a bunch of stuff. But it makes me wonder what he's going to do next, because I guess originally he wanted to be a movie director.
Yeah, back in the day.
He couldn't get into that field. He fell into game design, which makes me wonder, with his resume now, if he wanted to go out and make a break into that industry in terms of directing movies. I guarantee you, now's your chance to do that. I mean, if you still want to do that, do it.
I read an article. There's like some hidden, what do they call that? Like, it's not behind the scenes, but trivia. Yeah, trivia. Yeah. Jeez, what the hell's wrong?
Good job.
But I guess the development for like a Metal Gear Solid movie has been in the works.
There's been talks about one for years at this point.
I guess the guy who is like the supposed director is the guy who referred Kiefer Sutherland to Kojima to do the voice for Snake, because he said he's a really good actor, and that's
he is. He does an amazing job.
Yeah, that's how we got the gig, because like the supposed director referred him to it, because Kojima wanted to go a different way, separate ways with Hader.
There's reasoning behind that.
Yeah, I know.
There's reasonings behind it, which is weird because they didn't use those same reasonings to switch up the Japanese voice actor, as far as I know.
No, it's still the original
same guy, which is weird to me. But this is also a game that came out here first in the States. I'm not sure if they did that with 5, but with 4, that actually released stateside before it ever released in Japan, which is weird, considering Konami is a Japanese company.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure they probably did the same thing with 5, because I think it sells faster and better here in the States.
Yeah, well, it's kind of catered more to
the American public, because it is a lot of American history is in that story and in that storyline, so it makes sense.
Yeah, all of his games have been predominantly American based.
Yeah. With the Japanese mechs involved, obviously.
Yeah.
It definitely has its hand in Japanese culture, that's for sure. But it's heavily written with American history in mind.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, let's jump ahead.
Jumping onward.
We'll make a Metal Gear Solid based episode.
All right, this is pretty much my last one. I'll try to make this one quick because that last one went on for a little while. But
worldwide release date was September 1st.
So worldwide.
Everybody got it at the same time.
That's nice.
So we'll just leave it at that little piece.
Glad nobody had to wait for that. Last article I have here is Uber. Everyone's talking about them, and there's all kinds of controversy with them, and they're driving, and I'm not going to get into all that other stuff. But basically, they're breaking into the delivery service now. A while back, they had a test run where they would deliver food for you, and now they have this program where they deliver goods and services. Essentially, they're partnering with retailers. None of this is for sure yet, but I guess it comes from very good sources that they're gonna roll it out in New York first, where they'll partner with smaller companies and. Kind of like Amazon's doing with like their day one or 1 day delivery kind of thing. So only instead of Amazon doing it, it's Uber. So they partner with these retailers or these whoever they are.
So it's basically
like product, and they deliver it to you.
The food delivery services that already exist, but now it could be for additional.
Yeah,
products.
Additional stuff. So say I want to buy an iPhone, I can do that online, and Uber will deliver it to me like same day. That's pretty sweet, but like, how lazy are we getting as Americans? Like, how we're already buying something online because we're too lazy to go to the store. In some cases, we're too lazy to walk across the street to go buy something.
Yeah,
and just the fact that we're making it more and more easy for us to not leave our homes at this point is insane.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Whether or not this takes off for them, I don't know. Honestly, I don't care. It's a cool concept, but I guess we'll see where it goes. Because right now, it's not going to affect me. It's not going to affect you. It's not going to affect most people in the United States. Because most people do not live in New York. Most people, they're talking about rolling it out in, I think San Francisco after New York. But, you know, unless you live in these major cities where they're testing all this stuff, we're not going to be able to take advantage of any of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to affect a whole lot of people, don't get me wrong. People are going to love it there. But I really don't care just because I don't and won't see it here. Mm. I mean, we live in Michigan. Our lack of public transportation in general is just terrible. I've actually used Uber for transportation, though, because sometimes you need to get somewhere. And, yeah. It's not a bad service. You meet some interesting people.
I'm sure.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
All right. Well, yeah. With that,
we close.
That concludes episode 5, and we will see you next week.
Show up.
Is it recording again?
Looks like it.
Fuck!